The NBA witnessed one of its most dramatic sequences in recent memory this week. First, a controversial technical foul ejection changed the course of a crucial late-season game. Then, an emotional return to Dallas by Luka Doncic showcased exactly why trading the Slovenian superstar might haunt the Mavericks for years to come. Let's break down the remarkable 48 hours that saw Doncic ejected against Oklahoma City, the NBA admitting its mistake, and then Doncic delivering a masterclass performance against his former team. Tuesday night's matchup between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Oklahoma City Thunder carried significant playoff implications. The Lakers entered the game holding the third seed in the Western Conference with a 48-30 record, just a single game ahead of four other teams in the congested standings. Oklahoma City, meanwhile, sat at an impressive 64-14, closing in on clinching the best record in the league. The Lakers had dominated the Thunder just 2 days earlier with a convincing 126-99 win. This time, Oklahoma City was determined to respond. From the opening tip, the Thunder demonstrated why they've been the league's most consistent team this season, shooting a blistering 64.7% in the first half and taking an 80-72 lead into the break. This marked the fourth highest point total for an Oklahoma City team in a half. The offensive onslaught was led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who finished with 42 points, while Jalen Williams contributed 26. Nevertheless, the Lakers rallied. A deep three-pointer from Luka Doncic put Los Angeles ahead 88-86, with approximately 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Lakers carried a slim 98-97 advantage into the final period. With 7:40 left in the game, Doncic hit an 11-foot jumper to give the Lakers a 108-107 lead. Then, everything changed. As Oklahoma City inbounded the ball following Doncic's basket, the Lakers guard turned toward the sideline and appeared to shout something as he jogged back up the court. Referee J.T. Orr, who happened to be in Doncic's line of sight, immediately whistled the star for a technical foul. Since this was Doncic's second technical of the game, he was automatically ejected. The Lakers bench erupted in protest. Doncic immediately began pleading his case, gesturing toward fans in courtside seats at Paycom Arena. His teammates joined in, but Orr and the rest of the officials remained unmoved. At the time, Orr believed Doncic was directing comments at him. In his post-game comments, crew chief Tony Brothers told pool reporter Chris Brunt that Doncic received his second technical because he looked directly at an official and used vulgar language. Doncic presented a different account. He stated, "I never got a fan ejected, never. But if you're going to talk, I'm going to talk back like always. That had nothing to do with the refs." The ejection's impact on the game was immediate and decisive. From that point forward, Oklahoma City outscored Los Angeles 29-12, turning a 1-point deficit into a 136-120 victory. LeBron James, who finished with 28 points, appeared visibly frustrated when discussing the incident after the game. James said, "It was a weird couple minutes after that, I'm starting with the ejection. I don't know why the ref was taking it personal. Just weird as hell after that moment."
LeBron, so up one when Luka gets ejected. What did you see kind of in that interaction, and how did that impact the rest of the game?
It was a weird couple minutes after that, starting with the ejection. I don't know why the ref was taking it personal. He had already gave Luka one, and Luka knew that. And Luka was going back and forth at that time with a fan that was sitting courtside, like Luka does when fans get to talk.
The loss dropped the Lakers to 48-31, reducing their lead for the number 1 spot. 3 seed to just 1 game with 3 regular season contests remaining. The next day, Wednesday, April 9th, the NBA took an unusual step. Following a review of the incident, the league officially rescinded Doncic's second technical foul. The league office determined that referee Orr was not certain Doncic was addressing him when he made his comments. This aligns with statements from the courtside Thunder fan Jeremy Price, who told reporters that he had heckled Doncic, and the Lakers' star had responded to him, not the official. While the NBA regularly reviews and occasionally rescinds technical fouls, the timing couldn't have been more significant. The Lakers were scheduled to visit Dallas that very night, marking Doncic's first return to the city where he began his NBA career. The rescinded technical also had practical implications for Doncic's season. NBA rules state that any player who accumulates 16 technical fouls during the regular season must serve a one-game suspension. With the rescinded call, Doncic's total dropped to 13 with 3 games remaining. The NBA's decision, while correct, did nothing to change the outcome of Tuesday's game. The damage was done, and the Lakers had to regroup quickly for what promised to be an emotionally charged contest in Dallas. To fully appreciate the significance of Doncic's return to Dallas, we must revisit one of the most surprising trades in NBA history. On February 2nd, 2025, the Mavericks sent Doncic to the Lakers in exchange for a package centered around Anthony Davis. The move sent shockwaves through the league. Doncic, just 26 years old, had spent his first 5.5 seasons with the Mavericks after being drafted 3rd overall in 2018. During his time in Dallas, Doncic established himself as one of the NBA's premier talents, averaging 28.6 points, 8.6 rebounds, 8.2 assists, and 2.1 steals per game. He led the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals in 2024 and was named to 5 All-NBA teams. More importantly, Doncic still had 2 seasons remaining on his contract. The decision to trade away a generational talent in his prime, who was under team control for multiple years, was almost unprecedented. When Doncic returned to American Airlines Center on Wednesday night, the atmosphere was electric and complicated. Rarely does a home crowd openly support a visiting player, but this was no ordinary situation. The Mavericks organization handled the moment with class. Each seat in the arena featured a t-shirt with Hvala za VSE printed on it, Slovenian for "Thank you for everything." During pre-game introductions, the team played a tribute video highlighting Doncic's finest moments in Dallas. The emotional weight of the moment was evident. As the video played, cameras caught Doncic trying to hide tears in his towel. When introduced as part of the Lakers' starting lineup, he received a standing ovation from the Dallas faithful.
Please turn your attention to the video board for a special tribute video.
With the 5th pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Luka Doncic from Ljubljana, Slovenia, and Real Madrid.
Hi, it's Luka Doncic. I'm really excited to be a part of the Dallas Mavericks team, and I hope you will enjoy my games and you will enjoy how I play, and I hope to see you soon.
Everybody saw me, saw the way I reacted to the video, Doncic told ESPN's Lisa Salters after the game. All these fans, I really appreciate it, man. All the teammates I had, everybody had my back. I'm just happy. I love these fans. I love this city, but it's time to move on. I came as a young kid here, 18, and I didn't know what to expect from the NBA. They made me feel at home. Just a lot of great memories. The fans' loyalty clearly resided with Doncic rather than the organization that traded him. Throughout the night, chants of "Fire Nico," directed at Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison, echoed through the arena. Many fans wore both new Lakers Doncic jerseys and old Mavericks Doncic jerseys.
Fire Nico!
Number 26, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Jason Tatum can play. He's all right. I'm not going to bash him, but Ben Simmons need to be all right. 250 for that.
NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal recently criticized former #1 overall pick Ben Simmons on The Big Podcast with comedian Roy Wood Jr. O'Neal didn't hold back, delivering a harsh assessment of the Los Angeles Clippers guard. No one expected this. Ben Simmons needs to be F-king arrested, O'Neal said in a moment of unfiltered candor that immediately went viral. $250 million for that Bulls tee. Get the FK out of my face. Robbing people, man. You can't do that. Shaquille O'Neal's harsh criticism has sparked a heated debate on social media and sports talk shows about player value, responsibility, and the changes in the modern NBA.
Like Ben Simmons, need to be arrested.
What about like a Jason Tatum?
Jason Tatum can play. He's all right. I'm not going to bash him, but Ben Simmons need to be all right. 250 for that.
Arrested, did you say?
Arrested. $250 million for that. The fuck out of my face. Robbing people, man. Can't do that.
The Hall of Famer's comments were part of a broader critique of today's NBA, which he believes has deteriorated significantly from the era in which he dominated. People get mad. It's just a product of what I've seen, O'Neal explained. I've seen what greatness is, been there, played with them. I don't see that all the time over here. So, you want me to give these motherfuckers the same props you giving them? That ST will never happen. You can call it hate if you want.
Probably more physical then, but people get mad. It's just a product of what I see. I've seen what greatness is. Been there, played with them. I don't see that all the time over here. So you want me to give these the same props I'm giving them? That will never happen. So you can call it hate if you want.
O'Neal's criticism of Simmons comes against the backdrop of the guard's well-documented career trajectory. After being selected first overall by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2016 NBA Draft, Simmons initially lived up to his potential, winning Rookie of the Year honors and earning 3 consecutive All-Star selections. This promising start led to a massive $170 million contract extension with Philadelphia in 2019, setting expectations that Simmons has struggled to meet in subsequent seasons. Since then, Simmons' career has been plagued by injuries and diminishing returns. He missed the entire 2021-22 season while dealing with both physical and mental health challenges before being traded to the Brooklyn Nets as part of the blockbuster deal that sent James Harden to Philadelphia. His tenure in Brooklyn was similarly disappointing, with sporadic appearances and statistics that paled in comparison to his Philadelphia prime. Now with the Clippers, after being bought out by the Nets earlier this year, Simmons has appeared in just 17 games, averaging a meager 3.6 points and 3.4 assists in 17.5 minutes per contest, numbers that hardly justify his hefty salary. According to SpotTrack, Simmons has already earned over $203 million in his NBA career through 2024, a figure that seems to particularly incense O'Neal. What makes O'Neal's comments especially significant is his position as one of the NBA's most respected voices and his role on TNT's wildly popular Inside the NBA program. While O'Neal and his co-host Charles Barkley are known for their unvarnished opinions, this attack on Simmons represents an escalation in rhetoric that few saw coming. O'Neal acknowledged that he and Barkley have been criticized for calling out the modern game, but remained steadfast in his assessment that the product is ST compared to previous eras. Interestingly, O'Neal conceded that certain current stars met his standards of excellence. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, and Damian Lillard can play, O'Neal noted, providing a short list of players he believes could have thrived in any era. This selective praise makes his condemnation of Simmons all the more pointed, singling out the former number one pick as a primary example of what he sees as wrong with today's game. The timing of O'Neal's criticism coincides with Simmons' recent comments about feeling more at home in Los Angeles than he did in Brooklyn. Feels like home, honestly, Simmons told the New York Post in late March. I never really felt like New York was home for me. Being in LA, I feel like me as a person. It's my kind of scenery or environment to be in. I think I thrive in situations like that. These remarks, suggesting a preference for lifestyle over basketball impact, may have further fueled O'Neal's frustration with the player. O'Neal's assessment also touches on a broader conversation about player empowerment and accountability in the modern NBA. When stars like Simmons sign massive contracts but fail to deliver consistent value, whether due to injuries, performance, or other factors, it raises questions about the league's salary structure and the expectations placed on top draft picks and max contract players. This isn't the first time O'Neal has been critical of today's players. Throughout his broadcasting career, he has frequently challenged current stars to elevate their games and demonstrate the kind of dominance he believes defined previous eras. But his specific call for Simmons to be arrested for essentially defrauding NBA franchises represents a new level of criticism, one that has resonated with many fans frustrated by unfulfilled potential. From Simmons' perspective, injuries have played a significant role in his career downturn. Back issues, mental health struggles, and various other ailments have prevented him from displaying the all-around skill set that once made him one of the league's most intriguing young talents. While O'Neal acknowledged the role of injuries in general when discussing today's game, he showed little sympathy for Simmons' particular circumstances. O'Neal's message seems designed to motivate as much as criticize. Show me greatness. Like, y'all pay a lot of money for these shoes and what for? I want to see be great. And I'm always going to stay on them and motivate them to be great, he explained during the podcast, suggesting that his harsh assessment comes from a place of wanting to see players maximize their potential rather than simply collecting paychecks. The reaction to O'Neal's comments has been mixed, with some applauding his honesty, while others question whether such public criticism is constructive or fair given the complexities of Simmons' situation. What's clear is that O'Neal's words have reignited discussion about Simmons' future and whether he can ever recapture the promise he showed early in his career. As Simmons continues his journey with the Clippers, playing alongside the same James Harden he was once traded for in a twist of NBA fate, O'Neal's scathing assessment will likely follow him. Whether it serves as motivation or additional pressure remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Shaquille O'Neal has made his feelings abundantly clear, and the basketball world is still reeling from the force of his unfiltered opinion. What do you think about Shaq's brutal assessment of Ben Simmons? Given Simmons' career trajectory, is O'Neal's criticism justified, or is the Hall of Famer being too harsh on a player who has battled injuries? And what does this say about the expectations placed on #1 overall picks in today's NBA? The debate continues, fueled by one of the most dominant personalities in basketball history, delivering one of his most memorable off-court statements yet.
So we just got the unfortunate news this evening that Damian Lillard has been diagnosed with a blood clot in his right calf. Now, specifically right leg. It's not like it's a clot in the muscle itself.
The Milwaukee Bucks and their championship aspirations have been dealt a serious blow, as 9-time All-Star Damian Lillard has been diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot in his right calf, the team announced Tuesday. The 34-year-old guard has been placed on blood-thinning medication and will be sidelined indefinitely, sending shockwaves through the NBA as the playoffs loom just weeks away. What initially appeared to be routine calf soreness that caused Lillard to miss 3 games has now been revealed as a far more serious health concern. According to a league source close to the situation, alarm bells began ringing last Thursday when Lillard's discomfort extended beyond what would be expected from a typical calf strain. This prompted an extensive medical investigation that ultimately led to Tuesday's diagnosis after Lillard consulted with 5 top hematologists across the United States.